In any case, so I would say this is mostly Prim's like side quest done, save for 2 parts. One, if I bother doing the Vicky and Vance thing, which I don't think I will, and getting our one companion.
Hey there.
Heard it was you brought the law back. We got rule of law again, but of the martial variety. NCR orders us around like junior soldiers. Better than lawlessness, though. Give me. Well, sure do. I run. It's an old hotel and casino here, and across the way from the Vicky. Let's see. Then it started with the breakout from the prison up the road. Now they call themselves powder gangsters or something, and run. A little while ago, a good chunk of them left whatever kind of organization they got.
Don't go getting yourself shot. Bit late for that, my good friend. A lot, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so it's been like 5 seconds since we've brought NCR control here. And he already got fired.
He's rude. Don't tell him I said it. Well, if it isn't... Bye.
Well, we ruined approximately 1 person's life, but sort of saved like 10 others. Yeah, I'm sure it was an alright trade in the long run. Also, I would think this place becoming like under NCR rule would just, I don't know, I guess I would think it would encourage most of the powder gangers to just try, like, giving them more crap. What on earth? Ah, wonderful. Alright, round 2. Come on. Alright, punch its nose in, then punch its nose in again. Perfect. Ah, good. Now I can get that TKO on those red scorpions I was talking about. Alright, uppercut its face, which shouldn't work because it is way farther below than you are, on like close to the ground. And we take its poison glands, which sadly I don't recall does very much for like a medicine build. Well, I can't remember. I know their poison glands are far more useful for like survival builds more than anything. I don't recall if medicine has any specific like recipes it can use it for. At least it's more useful than in Fallout 3. That one, it's only used in like one thing. A craftable weapon called the... Oh, what was it? I want to say it was called the Poison Dart. No, I think it was just the Dart Gun. It's used for the Dart Gun, which is an interesting weapon, but that is like the only thing I can think of for it, and unless you like make one and then make another one after you get the upgraded schematics for it, I don't see much reason in like hoarding them besides getting money. Alright, and now we should be on our way over to Nipton, if I recall. All it will take to get there is crossing a ravenous street full of fire-breathing ants and assholes. I can't tell between those two which is the more annoying. You know, I will say one thing that I always find humorous in the Fallout world is, like, the distance between each location. Because, like, in terms of an open world game, like, it is very big. It is a very large map for, like, oh. Well, they're efficient, aren't they? I'll be honest, giant red scorpion may have caused us some issues. That's all. I thought these were the fire-breathing ants. I guess it must be later on in the game, or else it's the other side of this thing. Well, free experience is free experience, I say. Ow. Man, exoskeletons are amazing. These things can survive 2 of my punches. Now, where was I? Alright. I feel like the distance in Fallout games is always humorous to me, because, like, something that should realistically take your protagonist, like, maybe, like a good couple hours to get to, is considered, like, too much for, like, somebody from the NCR to just go and do a quick look over at Nipton. And you could make the argument that, oh, well, it's because they have very strict protocols on how they go about situations, and it's too much of a risk. It's like, I would understand that if it was, I don't know, like, not more than, like, 3 hours to just go back and look from a distance. Like, if it was something where you knew it was heavily fortified and whatnot, then maybe I'd understand it, but it's like, all you know is that there's smoke over there, and it will take you, like, 2 hours to go back and forth. Well, that's not a pleasant shot. Okay, apparently I'm at 43 for Stimpaks. So, here would be the downside of, doing a melee build with no ranged weaponry at this point. You get shot all the damn time. And to be fair, part of that's on me for not picking a better, like, armor option, but I can't think of anything better to use than this in terms of, I guess, cosplayability, if you will. At least you got another level up. Alright. This may take a while. Steal their explosives. Can't use them, but they sell very nicely. Where the heck did he go? Okay, I really need to work on the dang, draw distance next time I go to do, like, live commentary. Okay, well, that one was just bullshit. Yeah, sadly I had to be a bit more cautious, because A, he's the leader, and therefore, by video game logic, that means he's tougher. And B, he has the cowboy repeater, which is, as you would expect, a lot better than shitty little pistols. And dead. Well, at least that'll sell for a nice penny. Or shitty bottle cap, one or the other. You know, that is always something a bit funny I wonder about with the economy in the Fallout universe. Like, how on earth is it, like, how do they categorize, like, bottle caps? Like, how is it that they set it up so that, oh, like, do they bother saying it up so, like, oh, you have a blue one, that's worth, like, 50, oh, it's a yellow one, that's worth 1, oh, this is red, that's worth 10, etc. Because otherwise, the alternative is that each one is just worth one individual cap. Which, okay, fair enough. Problem, what happens when you, A, sell something worth 50,000, and B, like, have to carry around 50,000 to buy said item? Ah, I've got a very nice weapon for sale here, stranger. I'll sell it to you 50,000. Nobody could possibly... And then they just bring, like, a giant dump truck with it in, which would be hilarious, because nobody can get a working vehicle in this series. Since the second game. Oh, this guy.
Did you see that? That crazy bitch just attacked me out of nowhere.
I did not, actually. My apologies.
No, none at all. We'd actually been flirting a little when she suddenly pulled... Now that I think of it, though, she laughed when I... Yeah, every once in a while you can find a... Once I had a...
Well, I could either be a dick to him, fail a speech check, or just murder him. But I'm feeling generous today, so let's just leave him to it. Anyways, if I didn't know what was coming up ahead, I probably would have, like, stopped to heal. Or heck, maybe I will still heal and I just don't remember it. Either that or I'm trying to figure out where on earth his associate was at. What on earth killed that? Well, I guess it's not dead technically, but the better question is what was fighting it? Alright. We're at a very pivotal point in the game. Also, just casually ignore the dead rat scorpion, because why not? We're at a very pivotal point in the game. We're about to be introduced to one of the most relevant characters in the franchise, because it signifies a very important point in the game's plot. If I could walk any faster. And yes, I know, like, sheathing your weapon makes you run fast, but I don't feel like doing that now, because I gotta keep... I have the greatest foe I need to kill coming up. Where is he? Seriously, where is he? There he is. Alright.
Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did!
Yuri Lowenthal.
Couldn't you just
I'll have to
drink
check
it
if
like
it actually is.
What lottery? The lottery. That's what lottery. Are you stupid?
Ah, good, we can get rich off of this. Good, I need this for the Vegas trip.
Smell that air! Powder ganger. What? I mean, yeah, it used to be, sure. But not no more. Powder gang is small time, man. I'm a winner! I won the motherfucking lottery! Are you kidding me? Never felt better. Yeah!
Bye.
Thank goodness I was sitting here secretly worrying about whether or not I forgot to kill him. Wait a minute. He doesn't have any winnings. Shit! Darn, I need to go find where he won the lottery. Maybe they have it. Okay, no, he didn't actually win like a proper lottery. We're about to see what happened in the plot. And yes, it is tradition that you murder him as hard as humanly possible every time. Unless you're doing a pacifist playthrough, in which case you just have to let him go, which is the most devastating thing possible.
Are you fucking kidding me? First I get my legs smashed, and then in walks the Powder Ganger's Grim fucking Reaper. What the fuck have you got against us, man?
You're
fucking
assholes.
Christ. If you want me dead, just give me 15 medics and I'll fucking OD for you, okay?
Will blunt force trauma suffice?
I don't know. I just love it here. What the fuck do you think, asshole? Prize for second place was I got to live, but they beat my fucking legs with hammers. I'm fucking crippled, get it? Bullshit. You're holding, you just want...
You see, stuff like that is why I murdered all of the powder gangers by the dozen.
It ain't like
Well, I guess I say that, but realistically the count's only like 9.
Kidnap some NCR troopers who come to town to get laid. Had it all worked out with the scumbag mayor. We were going to ransom them off, keep their weapons for ourselves, a nice score. Like, we get in position, they dragged us and everybody else into the center of town. And that asshole with the dog, he said we needed to be punished for what we did. Not
hypocrisy. Always a fun thing with the Legion.
And that's how people... First up was the lucky losers. They got decapitated. Guess that's lucky.
Then again, you could say the same thing about it. You could say about every faction, really. Except maybe the Brotherhood of Steel, but they have far worse issues than that.
I got the fuck beat out of my legs in the winter, they let go free.
I feel like 3rd place and 2nd place should have been swapped around.
They burned him alive on a pile of tires. Yeah, a bunch of those Legion fucks dragged him off right. Don't act like you'd be... The Legion...
Well, we now have a quest to go and help the powder gangers if we feel like it. I probably shouldn't, but I also do not like the Legion, so To be fair, pissing off the Legion early on does have its own downside. That being, they love to keep trying to show up and murder you. On the other hand, though, free shit to sell. I'll be honest, whenever I go and visit these houses in Nipton, I'm always really worried because one of them has a bit of a... It has a bit of a really mean trap, I'll put it that way. Sadly, I don't believe I get into a fight with the Legion this part. Part of me really wanted to, but another part of me didn't want them gunning for me, like, the first second. We save that for when we have an actual firearm to use on them. I don't know why I keep hanging on to the metal armor. I'm probably not going to use it. I probably should have put on the hockey mask. Of course I don't. Why would I? That would have been the smart thing to do. So as we can see, Legion, very nice people, clearly. Well, this won't get me experience, but it will get me, well, I guess it won't give me anything, because I don't feel like taking their stuff. But it will be entertaining for somebody, I'm sure. Critical when he's already down. Or up, rather. I'm pretty sure Volpe is just gonna walk out and go, "What the heck, man? I spent 5 hours on that." Sadly, his programming dictates he's not allowed to do shit.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here, especially any NCR troops you run across. Where to begin? That they are weak and we are strong? At the depths of their moral sickness, their... Nipton was a wicked place. Profligate troops, powder gangers, men of the Legion, such as myself. The people here didn't care.
You see, your problem is you're looking at this from a moral standpoint. You need to look at it from an economic standpoint. That's where you guys all fail.
And I told them that when legionaries are disloyal, each clutched his ticket, hoping it would save. Ha! Cowardly, though. They outnumbered us. Yet not... They stood and hoped their turn would not... Then I'd be...
Don't worry, I'll kill him at some point. Probably. Maybe, I don't know. I will need to check if I can kill him at a certain other point, but again, we kind of need a gun. I mean, I would love to punch all of them, but currently the ratio is about 2 or 3 hits to kill, and there's about 6 of them. Like, about 9 if you count the dogs, I think. No, I was not actually counting, I'm just going based off memory. So, yeah, so Nipton's fucked.
You check out the Nipton town hall yet?
As for that, weather's good today.
Legion, that's not outside the border. They're moving. All right. Unless you burn
I am
town.
sorry for your loss,
Well,
Ranger.
thanks for hoofing it there and back.
And no, I cannot do a good Russian accent. I apologize. I guess I'll need to get better at one for this playthrough, though. So we could actually do part of Volpe's quest, which is basically just talk to some of the NCR members and tell them, Legion's here, we're kind of in trouble. Ironically, when you do this, I don't think it makes you lose NCR reputation, but it does gain you Legion reputation, which I find a bit ironic. I don't think I do it for the Legion at this point, though, mainly just because I don't care for them.
Background? Just
I just realized something. I got 2 things of brass knuckles. Now I can dual wield them. Wait a second. If only. I will say, that has always been a weird thing to me with some of the unarmed weapons in Fallout. Like obviously we have brass knuckles here, and they can be dual wielded because, well, it's kind of their whole gimmick. I mean, I guess you could put 2 on one hand, see what happens, but I don't think that's a good use of them. But other ones, like, say, Power Fists and the, I guess the Yaogwai Gauntlet or whatever it's called. Like, for some reason, you can only have, like, 1 on at a time, and all your attacks are just from, like, your dominant hand, your right hand. And maybe you could make the argument that for the Power Fists, like, it's that heavy that, like, trying to dual wield them would just have you flail around like an idiot. But I don't know, it just seems like it'd be more effective. To be perfectly fair, I would say for the Yaogwai Gauntlets, it really should just be allowing you to dual wield them, because otherwise it just seems like you're limiting yourself too much, and they can't weigh that much. I believe this is the end of the part we're getting to here soon, if I'm not mistaken.